Okay, my name is John. I'm going to do a short information speech on the C-3PO error card, also known as from the Series 4 1977 Star Wars edition. So basically this card came out in the series, in the green series, and it had an error on it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture of what the error card looks like here. It's right there. You can zoom in on that picture right there. You can see this is the X-rated Schlong version of the C-3PO, as you can see. So okay, that's good. Now when this card first came out, as you can imagine, you know, children were making fun of it and showing it to their moms and whatever, and quickly they called the Topps trading company and asked them to, you know, this is ridiculous, you got this card. So they quickly looked through it. They didn't realize they had anything wrong with it. They had just made, you know, cards from the movie. So they quickly pulled that card and replaced it with a corrected version, which I will show you here is the corrected version. This is a very nice one. Can you see that? You can see it doesn't have the Schlong version, so it's the non-X-rated version. So according to PSA, the error card in mint condition is worth $100, and if it's in gem mint condition, which means it's like the holy grail, perfect, you know, centered and everything, it could be worth up to $500. I've seen the error cards go for even higher than, like in the thousands, which is, I'm not sure if they actually sold for that, but I've seen them selling for that. Now one thing that's very interesting, this version here, the corrected version, some research I've done, the corrected version can actually be rarer than the error version. I think there was more error cards made because the corrected version is actually very difficult to find, and also very difficult to find in very good condition. Here's a good example of one right here. So you could, if you look around on eBay and stuff, you can find the error version, but finding the corrected version can be very, very difficult. And Urban Legend has shown that has been true. So if you can get a hold of one of the error cards for your collection, I think it's a good idea. And also to get the corrected version and put that in your collection as well. If you can find them, that is. So you can see, I'll show you some other versions of the Star Wars from that year. A box, you know, from that year. This came from a similar box like this, but it was a green version. This is the third series here. But these would have came out of packs, so it's kind of difficult to find in good condition. So if you do have one in good condition, it's a good idea to get it graded because it can be worth a lot more. And is there any questions from the audience I'd like to say right now?
There's no questions. I would just like you to keep talking for another at least 2 minutes.
Okay, very good. I would say that concludes that part of that speech. I think the rest of the collection is only worth in the hundreds of dollars. You know, if you have one that's graded better, of course, for that green series. But this would be kind of like the key card, so to say. The backs of these cards, as you can see, form a puzzle. So you can collect all the cards and then make a puzzle for all that year. They're very common. And a lot of these cards, it seems like, the ones that I've found anyways, that the centering is very difficult to find. So if you have one that's centered very well, go ahead, I would say get that one graded. And look for the good sharp corners. But to find one that's centered perfectly, you can see, here's an example. The centering is off on this one, so it's not perfect. If you find one it seems to be most of them have this centering problem, but I'm sure there's examples of better ones. So if that's all the questions I have, I will turn it over to the cameraman to end it here.
I do have a question. Do you have any quotes for me?
I have a quote from the PSA. The complete set is 330 cards, And the number 207 error card in Gem Mint is worth, it's listed as $500, but I'm sure if you had one, you can probably get a lot more for that. And then in Mint 9, it's $150. That's the quotes that I have for that. Okay. Thank you.